Greetings everyone, my name is Ethervil, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. During the last part, I covered 8 viewer submitted levels, so in this part I'll be covering at least 5 or 6 more viewer submitted levels, starting out with this one. The Great Chase Part 2 Trials of the Dual Towers by Buster with 39 plays and a score of 7. As always, if you want one of your levels to be featured in a part like this one, please leave both the level name and level ID either in the comments section below or direct message me on Twitter. Also, as always, the full disclaimer of this entire LP series is linked in the description below. Also in the description are the timestamps for all the levels I covered in these parts, so if you want to check if your level is covered, expand the description. No charge kick here. We have the Top Spin, Windstorm, and Skull Barrier. And we directly start where we last left off of part 1, outside the boss corridor. Well, this is telling us to go down then. I thought there'd be a secret to the right. So we jumped off of Sparkman's airship. And here we're reintroduced to the Windstorm. I just wonder how difficult these challenges will get near the end. Probably near the end it's going to be more difficult than near the end of part 1. Like I mentioned before, I'm playing these out of order. I've already completed parts 3 and 4, and I wasn't able to complete part 5 legitimately near the end. And I haven't even gone to part 6 yet. Or the base interlude either. Up we go, I guess. Need to be a bit careful about spikes though. No surprise spikes yet, thankfully. Good checkpoint placement as always. Oh goody, we need to chain usage of this stuff now. Actually, let's see this, just to be sure. One moment, I just need to close something. There we go, sorry, there's a pop-up off screen for some reason. So I need to chain usage of the Skull Barrier as well as Windstorm. That was a bit of a close one there. You know how many problems I have with spawning the Windstorm when going downwards. And there's my first miss time, the first of many. Okay then, I should have spawned on top of those ladders there. Minor quibble. At least that loss wasn't that far back anyway. And that's how we do it. I knew the level creator would pull off a trick like that. That's why I equipped the skull barrier there. Whoa, that was a bit of a scary one. If I jumped just high enough, I could have accidentally killed myself there. I guess this is the first of the series of 2 towers. After all, using the windstorm here is a lot faster than using the spinning tops, but I get the feeling that I'll be forced to utilize the spinning tops really soon. Like when there's spikes nearby. That's it, I'm using my E-Tank over here. I'm always worried about these challenge rooms, especially with the more annoying enemy types, like the Ben-Ks, and especially the Picket Men. Once the Picket Man falls, it's a lot easier. That or the Sniper Joe over there. Thank you for the full refills. Hopefully I don't need to use that E-Tank later down along the line. And now we have the forced usage of the toss spin segment, the first of many. Starting off easy enough, but slowly it'll get a lot more challenging, for sure. That wasn't that bad, but I'm just waiting for the final part of the stage where we need to chain up usage of the Skull Barrier, Windstorm, and Toss Spin all together. Oh boy. I see what they want me to do here. Well, that was fun. I suppose this is the second tower. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do a quick reset over here because I need one more refill, just in case. I see. Time to chain up usage of the Top Spin and Windstorm. That's what I'm talking about with my lack of luck with spawning in the windstorm when going downwards. Another one of these enemy gauntlet rooms, or survival rooms. This is a bit easier than the previous one because I can immediately take care of the Pikmin over there. Not to mention it's a lot easier to damage boost through there. Plus there are ladders I can latch onto. Really, this one should have been placed before the previous enemy gauntlet room. At least there are checkpoints right after each one. Always appreciate them. Here we go, the chain room. And of course a lot of tellies trying to destroy my shield. Button mashing a lot over here. Oh goody, invisible ceiling spikes over there. Wonderful. Well, I guess I'll need to stay closer to the ladder then. That segment wasn't that bad actually. I was half expecting there to be enemies firing projectiles at me, but only tellies. Alright, so those are where the spikes were. Could have put a ceiling over there just to make it a bit safer. Oh well, at least it was a minor loss anyway. Next enemy gauntlet room. The fourth one, I believe. This is still easier than the second one for sure. I knew that looked a bit suspicious over there. And we get a free M-Tank. Just need to wait for all of these Yoku blocks to spawn in, of course. And there we have it. Pretty easy free M-Tank. And I guess we can utilize it during the oncoming boss fight. Oh, I guess we top spin our way upwards then. I get the impression that the boss fight is gonna happen right about now. And I was right. Here's Nightman. And of course, I'm out of top spin energy. Wonderful. Let me try this again. At least his weakness is the windstorm, which makes matters a bit easier. Unfortunately, I do not have any places here to restock on weapon energy. I only have my M-Tank. So that was the end of the Great Chase Part 2. To be quite frank, this was around the same difficulty as Part 1. In fact, in some ways it was a bit easier. The hardest part of the stage was the second enemy arena. That one was more difficult than the one preceding it and the two ones following it. I would say to flip the order of them and rearrange it to make the second one the last one, but Nonetheless, I like this stage. The weapon energy switching shenanigans as well as chaining wasn't as difficult as I expected it to be. Second on the lineup is A Short Adventure for Ethervil no Kaizo by Gamefuchs YouTube, with 43 plays and a score of 13. If you're wondering what this is a reference to, this is a reference to the fact that I was never able to complete any of Gamefuchs levels that they submitted to me. They were just too difficult, so let's see how this level fares. Nonetheless, I don't hate any of your levels, Gamefuchs. I find them to have interesting Kaizo design, but as I mentioned throughout this LP, I'm not really receptive, nor can I properly evaluate Kaizo levels. They're just too difficult for me. But hey, someone else may like them. That's one of the reasons why for all the levels that I am not able to complete legitimately, I show off their level design in a level editor. So if someone else likes those types of levels, they can try it out. Neat. We'll be unlocking new special weapons as we go throughout this level. You just need to be a bit quicker on your feet over there, but not even too difficult. So this is kind of like a linear labyrinth or something, judging by the tile set. Generous checkpoint placement there. Ah, I see, and that's how we get back to the end of the stage. And even if you get stuck over there, you can at least do a quick reset, and you don't lose that much progress anyway. Next up is Crystal Eye, under these ring and coil platforms, so you gotta be a bit careful when grabbing it, so you don't end up falling into the abyss there. Well, oops. I managed to soft lock myself over there, didn't expect that. That's my fault, not yours, Gamefuchs. Gotta be a bit quicker on your feet because that rainbow platform or ring platform down there immediately despawns where you collect the Crystal Eye. Let's try not soft locking ourselves this time. I guess this means that Crystal Man's weakness is the water wave. Nope, it's actually the quick boomerang. Good to know. So that was the end of this stage. A short but sweet weapon capsule relay of sorts. I'll give it a thumbs up for being short and sweet, and it was easy to medium in terms of difficulty. So, decent work, Gamefuchs. I'd like to see this idea taken further, where we have a series of rooms that focus on each special weapon and their specialties. One of my favorite rooms was the ring and coil platform room, where you need to be kind of adept with which of the platforms you despawn so you don't end up falling into the abyss below. That I found to be pretty creative. Third on the lineup is Mega Man V Game Boy Mars Stage by Crono MN, with 48 plays and a score of 16. I never really played Mega Man V for the Game Boy, or rather Mega Man World 5, so I can't really say how accurate this stage will be to the original. Eventually I will do an LP of that game. The only thing I know about that stage was that it was an Earth-type stage or something, if I recall correctly. Also, a little bit of inaccuracy there. In Mega Man World 5, we started with Tango, we don't start with Rush Coil. But we don't actually have Tango in this engine, so I'll forgive that. Also, we do not have the Mega Arm either. I should have done a sliding jump off of there. Oh well, at least I have Rush Coil, so I can easily gain access to the Hyper Bomb. I guess that'll be Stone Man's weakness. Also, good checkpoint placement. Okay, I see that there. Need to be a bit quick on your feet so you don't end up dying. And here's the mini-boss room taking place on a black background. At least this Tama has some difficulty. I mean, you can end up getting knocked off of the footholders if you're not careful. Another checkpoint there. I will gladly take that E-Tank just in case. And deeper down this mine shaft we go. Well, I didn't expect there to be a sudden spike drop. The most difficult part of the stage, I'd say, are the Sparkman platform placements and how close they are to pushing you into the spikes, or crushing you against the ceiling. If this was Mega Man World V, I would not have reset over there, because of a limited set of lives. Well, I wanted to get the E-Tank, but I ended up getting killed by almost everything. Or rather, hit by almost everything. And here's the next mini-boss room. This kind of feels like an expanded version of Mara's stage. I don't remember this stage being that long. Or at least most of the Mega Man Game Boy stages anyway. Would like some extra health soon. Nonetheless, we're at the boss gate, so I guess that's good enough. We have a free checkpoint, so that means free health restore. Time to fight Stone Man with his weakness. So that was the end of this level. It was a neat little traditional level. Everything is dual buster only. And the Sparkman platform gimmick is introduced decently enough, though I feel it could have been introduced in a safer environment first. Nonetheless, I like this more than Crono MN's previous stage, for sure. Fourth on the lineup is Graviters by ShallotMussels with 18 plays and a score of 5. So we're playing as Proto Man, but he takes double damage. Good to know. Judging by the name, I think this stage is going to focus on gravity flipping, but we do not have the gravity flipping gimmicks in this engine yet. Oh, wait a minute, I see here. By going through these teleporters, we flipped gravity that way. That's a good substitute you have there, ShallotMussels. Very creative. Thank you for the checkpoint placement there. We cannot fire whatsoever, by the way. Just gotta be a bit careful and pay attention to where we flip gravity so we don't end up falling into pits. Where is the key, by the way? Oh, in the other room, I see. There we go. For a second there, I got a bit confused. And we finally get the ability to shoot back at enemies. I took a force dead over there because I wanted to be at full health. I wish there was a way to skip that whistling introduction because it slows down the teleport sequence. And checkpoint placement for this stage is very good. Well, I screwed up that jump. At least these count bombs do respawn. That was a bit of a close one over there. Oh, we switched over to base. I didn't notice that for a second. I'm not sure if that's the intended way, but it works, so I'll go for it. Whoops, I should have paid more attention over there. So I see another key over there. Well, I was a bit too slow with my dash jumping there. And that's how we get through there. Back to Proto Man again. Well, we do get a free E-Tank, I do approve of that. But we're missing a key somewhere. Where could it be? Probably down over here, knowing my luck. And because base can't slide through here, I need to swap over to Proto Man. Clever. And there's a block I need to destroy in order to climb upwards. Very neat design. And I guess this is the end of the level. Time to fight Crystal Man over here. At least we have charge shots. And we can deflect projectiles back at him. And he takes a lot of damage from my Protobuster. But I also take a lot of damage from his own Crystal Buster. So that evened things out. So that was Graviters. Definitely my favorite level to part. Very creative design with the teleporters flipping gravity as a substitute. Fifth and final level to part is Outlet Man Definitive Version by Dr. Cox Fortress Guard with 18 plays and a score of 8. Judging by the name, I suppose this will be a traditional level. We'll have access to jumping, shooting, and sliding, as well as the rolling cutter for now. Oh neat, we have the green Petite Devils from Mega Man 9. That's a safe way of introducing them. As well as these beaks. I mean the Screw Bombers, my mistake. I usually mix up the names of both of those enemies. And now we have the spines as well. That was a bit of a close jump there. I was worried I was going to hit that green Petite Devil. So this just launches us upwards. Same here, I suppose. Okay then. That's a bit of a neat gimmick. I think it's better just to shoot this one down, so I don't accidentally hit one when I go to the right. Like that. Thank you for the checkpoint over there, that's a good checkpoint placement. Most of the stages, or rather all the stages in this part, have pretty good checkpoint placements. And I'm guessing that because the left ladder is more difficult to get to, it has more rewards. That's usually how it goes. Yeah, and this one also has spikes here, so I guess this is the route for better rewards. And I was right, we get access to the plant barrier here. I guess this will be the boss's weakness. For most of these green Petite Devils, it's best to just move past them and not shoot them at all. And now we have the Skeleton Joes as well, throwing bones at us. Trying to knock us into the abyss, of course. And the difficulty progression and checkpoint placement of this stage are pretty nice. All of these gimmicks, or at least most of them, are introduced in safe environments, and as the stage goes by, the difficulty of those gimmicks are slowly increased. Now we have a combination of the compound gimmick as well as the Galaxy Man teleporter launching gimmicks. So gimmicks are being recombined at the end. Here we gotta be careful not to fall into the Galaxy Man teleporter on the right, because that'll launch us directly upwards into spikes. I would have preferred if the count bombs were first introduced in a bit of a safer environment, but the Galaxy Man teleporters are introduced in safe environments already, so that's good. I mean, we have a new set of challenges here. We need to be careful not to jump into some of them, because they'll just shoot us into spikes, like that one over there. And this one over here too. Hold left here, hold right over here, and jump over that one. You just need to pay attention and you'll be fine. And I guess this is the end of the level. At least 25 screens long, just like a traditional level is. Time to fight Sparkman, and oh, we gotta be a bit careful not to jump into those Galaxy Man teleporters for sure. This is a neat boss corridor. You can do this buster only, but you gotta be a bit careful not to get knocked into the Galaxy Man teleporters or jump into them, because they'll surely send you into the ceiling spikes. Overall, pretty good stage. I will give it a thumbs up. So overall, out of the 5 levels I covered in this part, my favorite level would definitely be Graviters by ShallotMussels. Well then, in the next part, I'll be covering at least 5 or 6 more of your submitted levels. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. Toodles!